Sergeant America here. Boom. I seem to be getting very DC deep lately. And with that, I guess when I was out shopping in Vegas, I ended up picking up Countdown to Mystery, or Countdown to Mystery, Doctor Fate. Don't really know too much about Doctor Fate, but I mean, it's an iconic look. Oh, my cat decides to push the computer around. It's a very iconic look. The Fate helmet, the cape, the necklace, all of it. This was written by Steve Gerber, art done by Justiniano and Walden Wong. It was funny as it is. This Doctor Fate is based in Las Vegas, so it was guess is equally appropriate. I didn't know at the time as I picked it up that that's what it was. I kind of flipped through it a little bit and, thought it was decent artwork. It was in a half price bin. How could you go bad? So I picked it up, started reading it, just enjoying the story. It is a psychiatrist who has had basically his work fall apart. He was starting to lose interest in his job. Um, One of his clients kills himself. The father sues him. He loses all of his money, goes bankrupt. He starts drinking himself to death. His wife leaves him with his daughter. And so he's by himself. He is at the very bottom. It gets into some of the magical people of the DC realm, and they're all talking about what to do with the helmet of fate. And they decide just to leave it to fate, and they toss it up and allow it to land on Earth. It comes into a close proximity of this. I should probably look and see if Kent Nelson is the name of the psychiatrist. He at this point is involved in a bum fight, two bums fighting out for money because he's drank himself to that state, and they throw his body near death into a dumpster. The helm lands in the dumpster with him, and such is the beginning of Doctor Fate. He puts the helmet on, and he starts to feel weird and all that. He decides, well, I could pawn the helm. Um, at that point, he comes into contact with a demon. He fights a demon, wins, and now he has both the helm and his giant axe. He goes to a pawn shop, gets some money for it, starts drinking it away. Next thing he knows, the helm shows up again, and he notices he can change fate. He can change probability. He starts winning at casinos. Little by little, he also starts interacting with more and more demons. People around him start to suffer because he doesn't fully know his magic. He then decides to go ahead and check on it, investigate. He goes to a bookshop that has some information. And it was just, it was the beginning of this character with Kent Nelson. I guess the helm has gone through different people, and I believe even mentions in here that another of his ancestors wore the helmet during the Silver Age time, and it was a good book. And then I got to this part, and on February 10th, 2008, Steve Gerber died of complications stemming from idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. Uh, Fibrosis. Fibrosis. Um, so the author died. He was in the middle of the seventh book of the series. The artist helped him with getting it plotted out and scripted, and Adam Beecham helped out with this, but there was no eighth book. So what his friends did is they each wrote about a 4-page spread and explained how they thought he would have ended it, which is great to have four of your friends who know you well. It is interesting. There's four slightly different takes on it, so each one shows that everybody knows a little something different about yourself. And I guess that's what I thought was amazing. And it wasn't even until later that I went back and looked at who each of them was. Um, Adam Beecham wrote one with Stephen George Sigava as art. Mark Evaner wrote one with Joe Bennett and Brado. Mark Wade wrote one of the stories with Mike O'Hare and John Floyd doing art. And This Diminished Life, written by Gail Simone, with art by Chad Hardin and Walden Wong. So each one took it and did honor to their friend, and I thought that was the best part about the whole book, is they wouldn't let his dream die, and they wouldn't let his work just go into obscurity. So it was very nice to see them contribute, to see them do this, to put an end to the story, but more importantly, to put a little something else for their friend. And I definitely would say that it was an excellent book. I am more interested now in the character Dr. Fate. I will try and find additional things, but I would also recommend, if you can, to get Countdown to Mystery. It was a very good story, and like I said, at the end, it just seemed to add a little bit more by the contribution of his friends. Um, I don't know that I could put anything more after that. So, Sergeant Merrick out of here. Catchphrase.